Our Constitution lists the basic powers and responsibilities of the presidency, but there's a lot it doesn't say about the job. Every president, including me, has had to figure out some things on his own. One of the most important is how to be the voice of the people and to give purpose and vision to our national life. Our best presidents have had the ability to look around corners and peer into the future and inspire us to get there. A strong vision is a necessary part of the job of being a successful president. But there are times when even the most audacious and transformative vision, an idea that could radically alter the lives of millions, fails to take hold. Through no fault of his own, that's exactly what President Dwight Eisenhower experiences when he tries to rally the world behind his vision of nuclear disarmament.
Dwight Eisenhower was the hero of World War II. He was the man who planned and orchestrated the Normandy invasion. He entered politics not with a strong ideology, but as someone who knew how to get things done and manage a complex world.
What's happening in 1953 is both the United States and the Soviet Union begin developing thermonuclear weapons, the hydrogen bomb. And it's really a matter of life and death. That's how Eisenhower views the stakes of the Cold War.
Freedom is pitted against slavery. Lightness against the dark.
And then suddenly, during the first year of Eisenhower's presidency, Stalin died.
The death of Stalin is an amazing moment because it's unexpected and really nobody knows exactly what to do. Nobody could imagine a world without Stalin. He'd been in power since the middle of the 1920s. Eisenhower gathers his cabinet and he says, all right, my goodness, we didn't see this coming. What's the plan? And there is no plan. Most of the president's advisors say, well, look, Stalin is dead, but the Soviet system still exists. He'll be replaced by somebody else, and really, this doesn't change anything. And Eisenhower said, I think that's a terrible attitude. I want on my desk some proposals for how to take advantage of Stalin's death. So he gives a great speech in April of 1953 called the Chance for Peace speech. It's really directed at the new Soviet leadership. And Eisenhower says the Cold War and the arms race is a terrible tragedy. It's not something that we want. But if you can assure us that you too want peace, we can work out something. And he recounts what exactly the costs of these weapons that America is building really are.
The cost of one modern heavy bomber is this: a modern brick school in more than 30 cities. It is 2 electric power plants, each serving a town of 60,000 population. It is 2 fine, fully equipped hospitals.
The picture that he paints of a world in an arms race, he says very memorably, is not a real way of life. The Soviets are quite cool to Eisenhower's overture. They weren't sure what Eisenhower really meant. Was he really suggesting the Cold War was over?
His Chance for Peace speech fell on deaf ears.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Good evening, my fellow Americans.
When he's leaving office in 1961, he really sees that as a moment to issue a warning.
I confess that I laid down my official responsibilities in this field with a definite sense of disappointment. As one who has witnessed the horror and the lingering sadness of war, as one who knows that another war could utterly destroy this civilization, I wish I could say tonight that a lasting peace is in sight.
One of the puzzles of Eisenhower is how a military figure becomes one of the world's great advocates, perhaps the greatest advocate we've ever had in the presidency for disarmament. But I think that that comes out of his own experiences. That he knew, first of all, the direct costs and human experience of war, how devastating it could be.
Thank you, and good night.